Hey there, Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, Aquarius Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. I do want to thank everybody for your well wishes, your concern, your healing vibes, the messages I've received from people. Thank you so much. Your support meant so much to me while I was working my way through that COVID-19 virus, but I'm definitely on the upswing. I am still coughing a bit, so you please excuse that if it shows up while I'm doing this reading for y'all. So we are covering today, April 19th through May 19th. It is the sun sign season of Taurus. That is in your 4th house of home and issues that relate to your home environment. So that's something to keep in mind. I am going to cover what the planets are doing because it is a big freaking deal this month, especially with everything that's going on. If you want to skip that, you could probably get to the channeled message around about 7 or 8 minutes in, and that'll be followed up by the card reading that I'm pulling the cards for right now. So that would be an option for you. Okay, so what is going on right now is excuse me, we have Venus in Gemini, and she's slowing down, getting ready to go retrograde. And so this is actually a very big deal because Venus doesn't like to be in Gemini, and Venus in retrograde in Gemini is really some tough energy for romantic relationships. And since, you know, usually Venus during Taurus season, that's usually good energy, but not so much this year. So the relationships that you care about, spend time on them. Give them the time and attention, especially the ones around the home. Be sure to listen more than you talk. Be willing to read between the lines. Communication is going to be a little blurry. It is not a good time to start a new relationship. If you do, it's not really starting on solid ground emotionally, and so it may not last very long. So heads up. If you just want to get out there and have some fun, great. But just be aware that, you know, this is not going to be most likely the love of your life showing up here. Exes will come back. It is an opportunity to work through things, to sort things out. Just, you know, be aware of what you're doing. Be aware that it is opportunity, but it's not, you know, again, it's muddled. Okay, so it's muddled. All right, let's talk about excuse me. Let's talk about what Mars is doing now. Mars is in your sign, Aquarius. And so Mars is actually pretty good in Aquarius, and the mind is working, and it's clicking along, but it's going to move into Pisces on May 12th. So next couple of weeks is a really great time to focus on the things that you want to focus on. You know, if you've got anything that you like want to get on paper or sort out or ideas and everything, now is the time to really be focusing on that because you've got Saturn and you've got Jupiter and you've got Mars all working together right now in Aquarius, and so you can get a lot done on a very intellectual level right now. So take advantage of that because it gets kind of murky after May 12th when it moves into Pisces at the same day that Venus is going retrograde. So that's really ew. Okay, so North Node. The North Node is moving into Gemini. It's going to wobble back into Cancer and Capricorn, into Cancer. We have eclipses coming up in Cancer and Capricorn right at the end of June, beginning of July. But other than that, then the next 18 months, there is a lot of energy of the eclipses being in the access nodes of Gemini and Sagittarius. Beginnings and endings, if you have strong placements in either of those, you're really going to notice it. You won't come up against it quite as hard as Capricorn did when all of the planets, the big heavy hitters, were hanging out there with the South Node. That was some tough eclipse energies for people on the Cancer Capricorn axis, actually for the world if you really are paying attention, that set off all this stuff. So it should be a kinder, gentler North Node experience. Eclipse seasons will still carry a lot of power, but maybe not quite the punch that we've been getting out of this. Mercury, the full moon and the new moon. New moon is happening on the 22nd. Yes, on the 22nd. It's in Taurus. On May 7th, we have the full moon happening in Scorpio. These come up against some tough energy, so we'll do videos on those, and you can check that out later. Mercury is moving quickly. So again, communication, fellow air sign for you. It is in fiery energy of Aries. So you've got Mars, which rules Aries, in Aquarius, and Gemini is in Mercury is in Aries, and Mars is in Aquarius. So this is this fiery air, really churning stuff up. A lot of really great mind work happening right now until we get to the 27th when it moves into Taurus. But still, Mercury's not bad in Taurus, and so it's very controlled in its delivery, but it's still pretty clear delivery. And then it gets into its home sign, one of its home signs, on May 11th. And so it doesn't even go retrograde until we get into the middle of June. So this whole time should be pretty good for mind work, except for energy levels should probably drop down when you get to May 12th. All right, couple of things, days to really mark on your calendar and get excited about or whatever. A really interesting day is the day the sun comes into conjunction with your ruling planet of Aquarius. That happens on the 26th. That is going to be a big breakthrough day. Good or bad, I don't know. It's Aquarius, hard to say. It could come a few days before, a few days after, but that area in there, there's that. There's that. And then we have a really nice day for creativity on April 30th, so put a little star on the calendar for that. It's going to be a little foggy and murky in everybody's head, especially in relationship matters on May 3rd. Gemini will square off with Neptune, so people might blurt out they love you when they don't. They might say they hate you when they don't. Communication will be just yicky. So when something weird comes at you, take a deep breath and hold it. And then on May 4th, the following day, the sun is in conjunction with Mercury. Much better day for communicating and responding as opposed to reacting to a situation that probably popped up the day before. So, happy day coming up on May 17th. Jupiter will trine with the sun, and so that should be some good stuff right there. Okay, so big news though with the big planets. We've got Pluto going retrograde on the 25th until October 4th. We've got Saturn going retrograde from May 11th to September 29th, and Jupiter going retrograde from May 14th till I forgot to write down the date. Doesn't matter. Okay. What does this all mean? It means that all this chaos and this change, this tornado that has ripped through everybody's life, that has left all this rubble, we get to catch our breath and we get to take a look at it. And we get to pick through it. We get to decide. How do we want to organize it? What are we going to get rid of? What do we really want to build on? What are we going to take with us going forward? Because remember, this is a foundational year. It is a 4-year. 2020, 2 + 2 is 4. It's all about foundation and building a foundation and laying a foundation. It's important. So do the work. You'll have like 5 months to get a lot of that done. So that's coming up. So your channeled message, Aquarius. Oh, yours was fun. I saw a cartoon can of worms, something like you'd see on the Roadrunner, right? And I heard, when I said the thing, I heard, open the proverbial can of worms. I'm like, what? Who opened the proverbial can of worms? I wasn't really sure. Then you picked up one of those squiggly little worms and you stuck it on a hook and you put it in the water. And you sat back and you leaned back against the tree and you got all comfortable and you were just waiting. You were just waiting to see what would happen next. And I was like, what is that about? And so as I got deeper into the energy, it was almost like somebody does something. Somebody says something. I think they opened the proverbial can of worms. And you are going to sit back and watch to see what happens next. There was an air of patience about this. There was did I give you enough rope to hang yourself? Kind of energy. So be on the lookout for where that is happening in your life. Again, because of Venus, it could be in a romantic relationship. So kind of, take things with a grain of salt. But it feels like patience is going to be key, and then trusting that what is happening right now, there is a divine plan for it. There is a divine plan. Okay, so your overall energy for this month is, Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. So yes, somebody may have opened that proverbial can of worms. There may be stuff going on in relationships. It is going to require you to Be patient, be gentle, wait and see what happens. Just kind of waiting and watching kind of energy. It was very, but, you know, relaxed and patient about it. Okay, so if you've never been here before, welcome. This is past, present, future, thoughts, feelings, actions. We will clarify. And this card right here is the key to the situation. And there you go, Aquarius. There is an Aquarius card if I ever saw one. It is claim your independence. The key to the situation is being really independent. It is being willing to let other people do what they're going to do. Don't worry about it. Do you, right? Do you. What's best for you? What do you really need? What really works for you? Where are you headed in life? What is it that is, you know, it's you being you, claiming your independence. The cat spirit is very much in Aquarius energy. Very much. Okay, so up here in the recent past. Oh, look at this. So you have now as a lucky time. So up in your thoughts, you've been thinking about, this is a lucky time. This is an opportunity. More information on this, though. It seems like it's a lucky time, but what do I need to know in order to really, what's the word about? Capitalize on these opportunities that are happening right now. And honestly, there is a gift in what's going on in the world right now. It's hard to see. It's not a gift for everyone. There will be people that disagree with that, that have suffered very much in the hardships and lost area. But for others, there is opportunity. It is always that way, right? Some people suffer loss. Some people have opportunity. There's always a gift, though. So look for the gift that works for you. Okay, how do you transform your life right now? It is by understanding the spirit of the koi. There is always enough. There is always more than enough, and there's always more on the way. Great mantra for you for the month. There is always more than enough, and there is more on the way. So here in the recent past where you're like, is this a lucky time? Believing in it is what makes it so. Where your thoughts go, that's where you co-create your future with spirit. So keeping a positive mindset, believing and trusting that the universe will provide is what opens the door. So in the future, you have the wombat spirit. The wombat is so interesting. The wombat, female wombat, in her little den, her butt is it's numb. It doesn't have any nerves, and so when the coyotes come to attack the den, she just sticks her butt out there, and they chew on her butt until they get bored because they can't get through, and she doesn't notice. Well, I mean, she knows they're chewing, but it doesn't hurt. So this, in the area of thoughts, is understanding that keep yourself above the fray. Understand that what's going on around you doesn't have to affect you. You know, someone's opened that can of worms, right? But whatever their confusing behavior is, just wait and see. She outlasts, she outweights the hyenas, and they get bored and they leave. They can't get through, and so there is this need for patience, this need for waiting to see what happens next, giving people space and time to figure out what they're going to do. In the recent past, we've got the frog. So the frog is about clearing clutter. There's been a lot of physical clearing of clutter going on in the world right now. People are at home, and it's like, oh, I finally have time to clean out that closet, that garage, that whatever. You know, those files on my computer. Okay? So there is the clearing of the clutter physically. Physical clearing of the clutter will change the energy around you. It will help you to clean emotional clutter, spiritual clutter. So if you are stuck as to what kind of clutter you should have been clearing, then that's a good place to start. There's this anxiety around it, though, because it's in the house of the mice. And so with this independent spirit here of the cat, I feel like it's more like emotional. It's more like letting go of the crap that is holding you back, that allows you to be independent, to be who you are. Do you feel emotionally attached to a situation like I have to put up with this even though I don't like it? So how do you reclaim your independence? Right? What do you let go of in order to get to where it is that you want to go and what it is that you need? Oh, and in the heart space in the future, you have the horse spirit. freedom is yours. What are you setting yourself free from? It's really important and it's really beneficial. Be gentle about this. Understand that what other people are doing, it might be confusing. You might not know what they're doing, but it doesn't really matter. You do you. You do what you need to do for you. Clear the clutter. Reclaim your independence. You know, be at home in who you are and set yourself free. In the recent past, you've been wondering if there was actually, is there enough love around me? Am I loved? Am I lovable? Do I love enough? Right? So these are the questions that we ask, and the answer is, there's another mantra for you. I am loved. I am lovable. I am loving. What you say, the words you speak, create your reality. I am loved. I am lovable. I am loving. I always have more than enough, and there's always more on the way. And so look at this. In the future, in the present right now, this is you are never alone. This is, yes, be independent, but you're not alone. And there's a difference between being out there on your own by choice. In a relationship, you can still have your independence, right? This is not allowing someone to tell you, this is you being fully and totally your own whole individual self in a relationship that allows the freedom to do that. In the relationship where you get to be who you are, they get to be who they are, and together you accept one another for your own individual shadow and light. You accept all of it. And yeah, the bond is strong. The love and the acceptance is real. You're not alone. You are a team, but you're allowed to be independent. You're allowed to live your own life because there's always more than enough. There's more than enough time, energy, resources, love that allow you to be who you are, that allow them to be who they are, and together you're even stronger. You can be a really beautiful team that way. And as we move out of May, life will be speeding up. So take advantage of this time right now to release the emotional clutter, to reclaim your independence, to believe in yourself, and to know there is love around you. Be gentle. This confusing behavior that, whoever is doing business partner, but because this is in your area of home, I think it has more to do with some member of your family, your tight friendship group. There's something going on and you're like, that is the oddest thing, I'm not sure. Give them the independence, give them space, give yourself independence, give yourself space, and just wait and see what happens. But remember that you are fully and uniquely who you are, and allow yourself to do that. So we have the lizard regeneration. As a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt, embrace your transformation, put on your new cloak. You are the master of regeneration. So as you release clutter and you reclaim your independence, you regenerate into you. And you may not be the you were 5 years ago or 5 months ago. There's been a lot of changes happening, and so that's beautiful stuff. And then you have squirrel. Always prepare. You are the expert of hard work and hard play. Your cheerful and fun disposition is a blessing to everyone. Don't let life's distractions take you off course. Make a plan for the future, and life will give you what you need. So in having fun while you're doing the work, having fun while you're preparing for the future, being who you are, releasing what does not work for you, right? But planning ahead, using that wonderful mind that you have to set yourself up. You're never alone. There's always your spirit team. Wow, look at this. We got regeneration and we have transformation. And the light. The light comes to shed love and light into your current situation to remind you that light can penetrate the darkness. Loving the shadow and the light in you. Loving the shadow and the light in others. Allowing for that, being independent, not codependent. Don't chase, don't run, just be you. and the right partner will come along. Ooh, you have the Swan. Demonstrate grace and majesty. This is being grace. Oh. See? Set clear boundaries and enforce them, the law of the Llama. But look, that is a partnership. That is clear boundaries and enforce them. That is independence and togetherness. It works together, and that's that demonstrating grace and majesty, right? Swans mate for life. They're always aware of where each other are, but they move with such grace and dignity. They're their whole selves by themselves, but together they're more beautiful, right? So that's the kind of situation that you're looking to build in the home area. You can transform this for yourself by, ooh, I hate it when I don't like to cut off my head. It bothers me. I might have been into an end of the previous one. All right, so you need an interdependent relationship, right? That's next level relationship. It's not codependent, it's interdependent. You're completely yourself, your partner is completely themselves, and together you have this beautiful bond that supports, that loves, that nourishes. So you have two cards. This one came flying off the top. Ooh, they're in the same color group. Oh, look at this. My life glides forward with ease. I am mindful. I think and act with positive energy. That's Swan all over the place. That is Swan all over the place. My life glides forward with ease. I am mindful. I think and act with positive energy. And you have Citrine. I am confident and courageous. It is safe for me to be powerful. It is safe for you to claim your independence. It is safe for you to be who you are, but that doesn't mean you'll be alone. Independent and interdependent, not codependent. That's a beautiful thing. You can do this. So good luck with all this. This looks amazing. A very interesting month ahead for you, Aquarius. All right, I will see you on Monday because I'm back to doing the weeklies. Looking forward to it, and I will talk to you then. You take care. Have a great season of Taurus. Yes.